Chris Hansen has had quite the fall from grace these past few months on YouTube. In fact, 2020 has not really been his year as far as his reputation is concerned. Chris started the year alright. He was riding on the coattails of the Onision investigation that he started up in the end of 2019. And as he began to milk the Onision investigation to the very last drop, he decided to move on to Davy Vanity instead. When Chris started out with his investigations, most people seemed to agree that it was a good thing, that it was a positive step forward for victims and people who had been wronged or hurt by the likes of Onision, and it was a good step for these people to perhaps see some sort of justice in the end. But as time has gone on, more and more people have begun to see Chris and his investigations for what they truly are: a sham. At this point, it is pretty indisputable that Chris is simply in all of this for the money and as a way to springboard his career back to television. It has been revealed that Chris is up to his eyeballs in debt and that he has surrounded himself with numerous shady characters. For more in-depth information on all of Chris Hansen's ongoing shady deals and background and all the rest of it, I do strongly recommend checking out John Swan's recent Chris Hansen documentary series. He has put out the first 2 parts. It's going to be a 4-part series. It is fantastic. I was in the very first video he put out. I did a little interview with him about my interactions and experiences with Hansen. I do recommend you checking that out. I will link to it in the description down below. But the reason we are talking about Chris today is for a very specific reason. And it's because it seems as though Chris may have had some involvement with getting some of his detractors banned from Twitter. And now when it comes to getting people you don't like or that are criticizing you banned from a platform, that's never a good look. It looks like you're censoring people. It looks like you're silencing them. Remember how just a moment ago I told you that Chris Hansen has surrounded himself with numerous shady people? Well, one such person he has surrounded himself with and has been working with is someone named Anonymous Gene. Gene is someone who has been on a reign of terror these last few months. Gene has doxed numerous individuals, he has harassed numerous individuals, and he has also claimed that he has hacked numerous individuals. Chris himself has acknowledged in the past that he has been working with Anonymous Gene. However, as of late, Chris has said that he no longer works with Gene, although me personally, I'm not sure I quite believe that. And now just this week, YouTubers John Swan, Josh Pescator, Tipster, and A-Star all got banned from Twitter. John Swan received this email in regards to his ban. Hello, your account, John Swan YouTube, has been suspended for violating the Twitter rules, specifically for violating our rules against platform manipulation and spam. Now, as far as what that means, I'm not sure what to tell you. That's a very strange and vague way to describe why someone has been banned from your platform. I would have liked to see an example of such a thing in this ban message. But alas, Twitter supplied no such thing. Now, what's very important to note here is that these people who have been banned have all been in some way involved in speaking out and criticizing Chris Hansen. Now, how does Gene fit into all of this? Well, Gene has been involved in non-stop harassing and doxing people who have spoken out or criticized Hansen on social media or on YouTube. He has also recently been talking about how he wanted to take down and dox John Swan. But I don't just dox on Twitter, I do it everywhere. How you think I ran Greg off Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Slug ran him off Discord? We'll do the same thing to John Swan, and not a damn thing he can do about it. Won't be long, John will be shoving dildos up his butt too. Gene also has a history of false copyright striking YouTube videos and has also written an entire Google Doc guide explaining to people how to abuse and take advantage of the copyright system on YouTube to take down videos that you dislike. There have also been some leaked DMs of Anonymous Gene talking to Twitter user Manda Rosali, in which Gene appears to be explaining some sort of exploit with Twitter's report system where he'll be able to get accounts banned that don't have verified phone numbers linked to them. Gene also leaked a DM of Hansen speaking to this guy called Brandon who works at at Twitter comms, and in these DMs you can see Hansen is trying to report a very serious case of harassment. And what becomes very concerning is when you start looking into things and yet you discover that the director of Twitter's trust and safety is someone called Dale Harvey. And this is someone who was recently accused of corruption. And when you look into Dale Harvey even more, which is something that Augie RFC recently did in a video, you'll find that Dale Harvey, who is also known as Alison Shea, was once associated with Chris Hansen's To Catch a Predator show. This means that Chris Hansen himself has a direct connection. He knows the head of Twitter's trust and safety, and that is the prime person to know if you wanted to get someone banned for whatever reason. Augie RFC also in his recent video showed a leaked DM of Hansen complaining about the so-called Goon Squad. The Goon Squad being the likes of John Swan, Nicholas Diorio, Creepshow Art, and a bunch more. And Chris in these DMs is accusing these people of being dishonest and also using illegal means to do what they're doing. He specifically mentions Daniel, meaning Mr. Repsion, as one of these people. These are some serious allegations from Hansen if he's accusing these people of using illegal means to criticize him and be dishonest. So I would like to see what sort of evidence he thinks he has for this. I don't believe he has any evidence because I don't believe there was anything illegal that has been done, that has happened. If there has been anything illegal, then it has been more on his side of things. It has been from the person he worked with, Anonymous Gene. They're the only person I see out here doing anything illegal. They're the one who's harassing and doxing and all the rest of it. They're the person who's skating on thin ice with the law, not the Goon Squad as Hansen calls them. Hansen here just sounds totally ridiculous, and honestly, the more and more Hansen opens his mouth to respond to the Goon Squad, the more and more of a joke Hansen looks like. The more and more credibility he loses, the more pathetic he looks. Now, I don't know if Chris Hansen had the accounts of John Swan, A-Star, Tipster, and Pescator taken down. I cannot tell you if he did it or not, or if it was Gene. I don't know which of the two of them had any sort of part to play, but I do guarantee you that one of them had some sort of involvement. There has to have been an involvement. Why else would these 4 accounts of these 4 people be taken down all at the same time? John Swan also had some of his alt accounts taken down at the same time as well. This is a very, very serious situation. It seems as though either Hansen or Hansen with the help of Anonymous Gene is silencing critics of Hansen. And we saw in that direct message that was leaked of Hansen's, we saw that Hansen is saying this is not just criticism. He has been calling this slander, he has been calling it dishonest, deceitful, all these other names, which is not true. The things being said about Hansen are 99% true. The things that are being said about Hansen are backed up by fact. Most of the things being said about Hansen are documents. It's documentation of what Hansen has been doing in the past. This isn't just someone giving their opinion and slandering Hansen. The videos out there on Chris Hansen, such as John Swan's series, this is stuff that is just being reported on. This isn't slander, this isn't deceitful, this isn't dishonest. This is literally documentation of what Hansen has been up to and what he, Anonymous Gene, and the other people around him have been doing. But Chris is trying to pass it all off as people just trying to harass him. This isn't criticism, this is people twisting words and being deceitful. Hansen is trying to push a narrative, and that is what Hansen does best. Anyway, that's where I'm going to end this video. Be sure to let me know what you're thinking about all this in those comments down below. Do you think Hansen's in the right here? Am I wrong about everything I've been saying? Let me know in those comments down below, and make sure to check out all of my links in the description down below, my Patreon, my social media, all the rest of it, and I will see you all in the next video.